I tweeted about it earlier today because I'm trying to be a better streamer and like tweet my plans and shit. What up, Magma? What up, Sheep? Hope y'all are well. We're gonna be doing like spooky games for the rest of the month. Honest to God, same Toaster. That is physically impossible. Not possible. Yeah, no, we're doing spooky games for the rest of the month. And now you might be like, but wait a minute, Felt, haven't you been on stream talking about how you're kind of a baby about spooky games? Yeah. So this is going to be something. Does 14 count as spooky? It's on the 13th shard. Debatable. Yeah, we're going to play Control. I am planning on getting Alan Wake as well, because I've never truly played through the Alan Wake games, and the Final Control DLC is actually Alan Wake themed, so that I'm gonna do all the Alan Wakening afterwards. I'll do all the controlling and all the Alan Wakening, and then there's a couple of more games that I have on the docket for spooky games that I'm planning on playing or potentially going to play. Ever finished the Alan Wake DLC? I'm not gonna lie, the ending was a tiny bit of a letdown for me. But at the same time, it's now less of a letdown because Alan Wake 2 is supposed to come out this year, I think. And considering that DLC is like a straight lead up into Alan Wake 2. This will overwrite all my previous progress. Yeah, well. What up, Rip? How you doing? Missing loads because you have no idea about Alan Wake. I had to read like every single thing they gave me to make sense of it all.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
We played this a couple months ago. Poggers.
I know I shut you out sometimes.
It's such a good game. I love it. I love the world building and the everything. I recall the intro is like really, really long though.
Get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing.
I honestly think the slow setup fits this game super well though because of like the universe that it's in.
We live in a room.
Live in a room and there's a poster on the wall.
We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster.
God, it's such a gorgeous game.
The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed.
Bang.
But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth.
This is so cool knowing all the details about this game already.
We're lying to ourselves.
This intro is fucking incredible. Oh my god.
Is much bigger and much stranger.
Holy cow.
There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room.
It's like watching Twin Peaks. It's like watching any like mystery-based show or like shows with a big reveal the second time. You're just like, oh my god! They set that up from the rip?
See it happen, freak out, and try to forget what they saw.
I love the style of this game. It's like just off from real life looking.
Why did you bring me here?
And I love it. It's like just off enough to make you be like, it looks real, but it doesn't. Oh god, why is my mouse so sensitive? What in the cringe? Has my aim, have I gotten less spastic in my old age? I may have gotten less spastic in my old age. Pepe laugh. Hi, can I come in? WASD is move, you know? thanks, game. That's really useful. I appreciate that. Oh boy, it's time to read. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder, certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smart watches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any object considered iconic representations of the archetypical concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All materials under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. God, I love that. It's so good. It's such a good, like, introduction to the, like, what the fuck did I just walk in on of the rest of the game? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override HRA protocol activated. Oh wait, did I forget to turn this game on full screen? I think I did. Hang on. This game works so much better in full screen. Ah, there we go. Okay. This game works so much better in full screen than it does in, like, boarded mode. I had it in boarded while setting stuff up.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Wouldn't be a felt stream if I didn't tinker with audio. Bureau expenditures. Expenditure summary, executive sector Q2, major, staffing, surveillance, blank, data center initiative, construction, blank, blank. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, blank, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown, spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. That sounds important. Seek shelter. God, there is so much in the opening of this game that applies to the rest of the game, you don't even know, chat. Our Bureau at work. Director Zachariah Trench. Hey, bud. Too much of your job is comparing costs to actual budgets. Yeah. Oh, look, toilets. You know, as they should be. You gotta have working toilets in your lobby.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Isn't there a way to crouch in this? Is there not a way to crouch in this game? Can I not go through this hole? Okay, now I'm losing my mind. I swear to God there was a way to crouch. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, there is a crouch. Toggle crouch ground slam. It's not a hole? Oh my God, you're right. I see it now. Damn. You lied to me, game. I guess to be fair, I don't have ray tracing on, so I don't get all the super fancy textural stuff that you would be getting. The ray tracing, this was one of like the first huge they did ray tracing correctly titles, and by God did they do it. Also, yeah, crackers, trail mix, pistachios, potato chips, pretzels. Federal Bureau of Control, attention all blank. Blank, a Sharkin is blank. Although secure blank, permission to blank, following basic protocol blank, shoot to kill blank, good luck. Awesome, good talk. For those of you who haven't seen this game, and you know, like, heckin'... And you know, like, SCP Foundation, that everything online stuff is, it's very similar. Is he really? That'd be incredible. Federal Bureau of Control, hello! As you should all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request a form r4.e from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. But R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule appropriately. Best, your team admin.
Hello?
Hey, friend! Speaking of...
Excuse me?
There you are.
Ati.
Hear about the job? Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way.
Literally one of the best characters in this game. Possibly the best character in this game.
Janitor, by the way.
That's not a joke.
Work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no hell of it. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sun.
Ati is very special. I love Ati.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird.
New mission.
Ati
Welcome to the oldest
janitor has
house.
A friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
What? No. Ati's fine. Leave him alone. He is the bestest boy. Also, yes, this is the lobby, and yes, there is now suddenly an elevator in the lobby.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will
I
you
love
help?
this game. It's just the right amount of like creepy and spooky and shit. Just the right amount of gets under your skin, and I just Also, the visuals are fucking stunning. Like, absolutely stunning beyond belief. The director was Mads Mikkelsen? Nah, he was busy with, he was busy being in, whatchamacallit. He was...
Did I lose you there for a moment?
Did I lose you
What
there
was
for a
on my
moment?
mind? My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
17 years since the Bureau took her brother. Guess I'm not clearance level 1, huh? That is unfortunato. Approved terminology reminder. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder, are you drafting any public-facing material? While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use in the service of his or her country. Regret, proud pride, will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska. Scissors. Blood bleed. Loss. Apologies. Sorry. Okay. And you might be thinking, why Alaska? Good question. Listen. Words have power. Ideas have power. Investigate the noise in the director's office.
Shit.
Oh no! He shot himself.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
I guess we're picking it up. I don't know if it's really a murder weapon, or is it? Testing, testing, testing. We are broadcasting from the pyramid/other. Only the director can wield the gun/sword/intentionally left blank. Your application will be processed.
Just the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now,
Altered world events.
the
Service weapon!
is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA.
You're right,
a key
Toaster.
component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it.
Only the director can bind the service weapon and live/die. This is your ritual/challenge. You must choose to be the chosen one.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Follow the board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge. This is already so spoopy. Oh yeah. Bubblegum/Polaroid. All/none of the above. These are the concept/tattoo we see in your minds. The service weapon. It has many forms, just like the house/prison you occupy. Also, punch! Yeah, this game is incredible. If you've never seen this, control the gun/house. Control. How you doing, Dragon? I think it has been a very long time since I've streamed this game, to be completely honest, so...
Now I have a gun.
I feel like most of you probably haven't watched me stream this game, to be... Destroy the targets. And now it's recharging. You can tell I'm really playing my shooters lately. Service weapon regenerates ammo automatically when not in use. The Embargo Engine stuff is actually pretty cool. I'm actually a big fan of Embargo Engine. I really enjoyed that as a whole. What up, Echo? How you doing? But God, yeah, this game is incredibly spooky. Just general statement that is accurate. You/we wield the gun/you. The board appoints you. Congratulations, Director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man.
It is the dead man.
Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive.
Yes, yes, it
You know
is.
what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Look, here's the map. I'm going to turn down the volume a tiny bit. That map is awful. The fact that you can't, like, move it around or, like... Right. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's my bad.
You can't let this happen. 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 You can't let Oh, thank you. That was horror. Get the fuck away!
Can confirm being in live action is horror. God, I forgot how creepy the game hits you with stuff like that. Trench, do not disturb. Federal Bureau of Control. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara, not a single one. Trench. Got a photograph of Director Trench. Nice. We learned about the Hiss Guard. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss Guards had standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruptions. The armed guards carry pump action shotguns. They have no observed paranormal abilities, blah, 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 blah. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These questions for later, though. It is obvious that corrupted individuals retain the knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. Service weapon! Yeah, so we're reading all of this. I love this game. Please enjoy, chat. Service weapon, OOP1-KE. Containment procedure, no unique procedure required. Description, para-utility. There we go, I got there. This object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank. The object will determine whether blank. Yeah, sure. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house. We're back. Technical difficulties. Ooh! The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis blank, many forms throughout history blank. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanstara, all weapons that blank. Of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, blank. See Dr. Daring presentation 11.1 for more details. Yeah, no, I love this line. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra. Like, you know, like just saying. Like I feel like that's kind of an important line. And then we have this multimedia about objects of power. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying something a little different with that. Water weapon wielding by an Indian water god? Noted. That makes sense. Well, I tried.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man.
You're the director, we can't get into the basic security room. It's fine. Ignore the people floating in the sky. They're fine. They're totally fine. Pay them no mind. They are totally fine. Don't worry about it. Ooh, yay. Assets, conceptual reading. We don't have a clearance level, so we can't do anything about it yet. Yeah, they're fine, okay? They're fine, chat. Okay, don't worry about them. Federal Bureau of Control, agenda items for the next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response updates on the mold eradication efforts. Update on the mold eradication efforts, upcoming annual salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Those coffee filters. Very important. Get a 40 series before Control 2 comes out. God. I bet I can't wait. Also, that's me. Why are there already pictures of me up in here? That's interesting.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention. Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2.
I'm giggling about something that happens later, don't you worry. Federal Bureau of Control. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ebenbray. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. They look fine, chat. Don't worry about them. Federal Bureau of Control, confidential, for Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to split the fake AWEs from the real things. We need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. He's fine. Don't worry about him. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. He's fine. Pop the top. Once you pop, you just don't stop. Mods! We now have slightly faster energy recovery speed, whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, look. They're... I forgot about those. I love that. I forget so hard that they literally jump scare you with, like, menu pop-ups. The hiss.
Into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? All right, it's our.
Hiss is our enemy. There we go. Got him.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading them.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Cleanse the control point. Oh look, the house is going back to normal. Interesting.
Holy shit. You
God, I swear, every time I do anything, I'm like, man, this game is loud.
did it.
Normal.
We did it.
Hello,
We cleanse the control
can you
point.
hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Debatably. More health. Honest to God, it's actually kind of better at this moment. The safe room intercom.
Talk to me. We saw you deal with a compromised
Hi.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I'm just visiting.
Oh shit! You're the new director. Hold on.
Yeah, quote unquote sane. Also, they already know we're the new director. Don't you love that? We've been the director for like 10 minutes and they somehow already know. Ah, I love it. This game is fucking nuts in the best way.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like
Fun
that,
detail.
Florida's official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking.
You get documentation naming the hiss.
It seems to have spread
Before
everywhere
you've
and
named it
everywhere,
yourself.
Not protected by an HRA. And extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously.
He's a little dead.
I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
I mean, you can.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
you did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director?
Sure did.
How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even.
Can you odd?
Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first.
Okay.
If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those.
They're
infected.
fine. They're just having a little float.
Because if that's possible, our options are.
They're just having a little floaty float. A little float in the sky.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
In case you haven't picked up on it yet, chat, that weird, like, spiral fractal pattern that keeps popping up
Push the hiss out.
is something else. Is another thing that's here with Jessie. That's, helping her. See? That thing. Not the red. The red's the hiss.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Hiss agents. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance and undergo no obvious physical transmutation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Incantation, sorry. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters, or are they cocoons preparing to enter the next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file blank for full report.
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17
Yes.
years ago.
Yes, her hometown is named
Bureau came in
Ordinary.
and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this
I feel like that's
place for a
important.
long time.
That's enough.
The hometown of
That's too much
Ordinary.
already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing.
I guess I know who we're gonna go find.
He knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
I'm sure everyone is fine and no one dies.
Ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's
All right.
Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications.
Head of communications,
I
noted.
don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier.
He's probably dead
Keep
then.
an eye out.
Or well, he's hissified.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What's scary?
No, wait, no, Disney's gonna come after us, Jesse. Jesse, wait!
Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Yes, that noise you heard in the background was the phone ringing the entire time, by the way.
I know this is all new to you, so
Do we get anything cool? Nope. We have that to worry about. Research. Just a portrait of him, huh?
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are
We can talk to her.
the hotline should be in the communications department.
We could ask about this stuff, but we're not going to.
Thanks, Emily.
We might at some other
I'm
point
sure I'll have more
when I'm
questions
feeling more lore-driven, but I want to get
Just let me know.
into like the meat and potatoes of this. Hmm. Outfits. We have none. I need to somehow go this way. I'm going to what, the communications department? Yeah, there is the niceness of you can sometimes see the like the fractal spiral pattern standing where you need to go. But not all the time.
There it is again. A welcome message.
It's fine, right? Like, we don't need to worry about this sound. Like, the sound is totally normal, right? Like, everything is totally normal and fine. Should I be shooting them? I don't know. Anyways. We still can't read any of this or do anything with any of this, can we? No. Week 83 report. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun, Big Sky, Starlight, In and Out, Aztec Court Sleeping, Sleepy Bear, Silver Spurs, El Gato Blanco, A+ Lodge. Accommodation, meals, gasoline, minibar. Hang on. I think I need to sneeze. Nailed it. I muted myself and everything. Minibar asterisk. A donor from a hotel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess it paid not to think, right? For the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Asterisk, the boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Words and actions have meaning. Well, that looks normal.
It's overpowering.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't go that way.
You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
I gotta remember how to play a first-person shooter. Or a third-person shooter, I guess. Oh. Yeah. I'm deconstructing because I know the game works and I know I'm getting more of those. Anyways, Hiss Barrier. Field research on the Hiss entity, Hiss Barrier. Summary: the Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede, escape, or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy Hiss entities in the area. Resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file blank for full report. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuation in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart, green stable, yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts, orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts, red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Noted. So what's in the other bathroom? Loot! I need to go this way. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, chat. Don't worry about it. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones that anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. Used the motor for my refrigerator and the coils for my toaster and the fans plus the timing belt for my car engine and wheels for my son's skateboard. He can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body like a baby but a machine instead. I only needed a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at my address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the plate. Everything is a-okay and fine. Pay no attention to the red spooky lights. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letter Archive, cataloging the Bureau's collections of delinquent mail. We provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics among the letters. Aside from more functional purposes, the archive will allow us... Oh, smacked my mic, sorry. Oh god, I'm so good at this streaming thing. Aside from the more functional purpose, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into the authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials, so thank you again! Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. I'd love to be able to hit shots. Too bad I'm a really bad shot, huh? Oh. Bonk. Bonk. Cleanse. Honest to God, one of the creepy parts of the game is how a lot of these areas will almost look like creepier and spookier after you cleanse the hiss from them. You know what I mean? Like, this is just like, it looks weird. It looks weird. We do now have fast travel, which is something that I love.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Oh, God, I have to do these, don't I?
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
These weird, like, televisions around the world are creepy.
Soviet nukes. This is not the disc, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle.
Nothing is wrong with the VHS tapes. It's fine.
And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops.
Oops.
Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
That surely won't be important later, right? Surely. Surely that can't be important. Of course it is, and stop calling me Shirley. Oh, we don't have Shatter yet. Whoops. And that is just, yeah, that's just floppy disk. But we already watched that, so it's fine. We don't need to watch it again. Oh, is this what I think it is? Hang on. I think I know what's happening here. I believe the phrase, "I see what's happening here," comes to mind.
Object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
We must cleanse the object of power. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, it's the disk he was talking about. The floppy disk / nuke can be bound to gain launch / telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings?
Good question,
I'm
Jesse.
not their director. I'm no one's director.
We have telekinesis now. Into the whole slot to advance. Destroy the copies fakes made up with the ability gift burden. Telekinesis, by the way, stupid strong. It is an incredibly powerful. The hiss noise is burrowing into our astral plane secret base. You must stop and mute them, Director. The floppy disk is now bound / delivered. The hiss antagonist is seeking out our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone.
Will I be playing Lords of the Fallen? Maybe. It's not a spooky game, though. And you better be paying attention to me on !Twitter, because I tweeted about what the rest of the month is going to be. Are they dead? I think they're dead. The floppy disk. Containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description: para-utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. I'll see Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to blank for research purposes. Background: stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank with the CIA. The diskette contains launch codes to blank missiles believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. Informant in the CIA tipped the bureau off and was requisitioned by agents the next day. So yeah, now we can throw shit with our mind powers. Sure as fuck can't open any doors, though. Ah, there we go. Ammo refund. % chance to refund ammo on hit. Beautiful. Before we go that way real quick. I just want to double check. Cool. Okay. No, we don't. We went to pneumatics. That's the mail room, which we need to go to, apparently. There's a shelter down here. Let's investigate first. Yeah, no, I'll repeat myself, even though I've said it at the beginning of stream. Wowza. Now, we're doing a spooky month. The rest of the month will be games that are, at minimum, generally spooky. To celebrate Spooktober. Book Club Samson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Simpson. So I usually don't read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, would refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess. I thought it was a little vague and stupid, but the characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they're the most coolest tech. And their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or badass warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade the city planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. Kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. 2 out of 5. More information about Hiss enemies. I don't care too much about reading all the Hiss enemies, but it does tell you about how to better fight them. But I already know how to fight them because I've beat the game before.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Spooktacular. And by the way, before y'all are like, but Control isn't really a horror game. I don't know. I'm pretty spooked out. I'm in fact incredibly spooked out by this game. I don't know about y'all, but I find this game to be spooky and creepy and unsettling, which in my opinion makes it a better horror game than a lot of other horror games out there. I feel like a lot of horror games rely on like jump scary nonsense too much, and like if you don't like fucking, what am I thinking of? Outlast? Is that the name of the games? Where you're like just a guy running around with a camera. Like I don't know, I'm just no thank you. Blood on the steps. Lovely.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
Clarence level 1, we got it.
Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other fantastic
Psychological horror over jump scares every day. I think that's one of the reasons I like this game so much, is it's my brand of, like,
his story.
unsettling nonsense.
This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager,
SuspiciaCon.
an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have, and the body had been there a week.
A week?
Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below 'em.
Oh
They
mein
only
Gott.
found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since.
Ever
I
since.
happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed.
Under the bed.
It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it.
There you have it, listeners.
What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
This is a running thing through the game, by the way. America Overnight. That happens multiple times. Oh wait, we just got the thing, didn't we? Level 1 security clearance? Man, so I should backtrack really quick. I just realized there was a... In Pneumatics, there was a level 1 security clearance door. Like... over here? No, but we forgot to explore this room. But yeah, no, I get why people like stuff that is like straight up like, oh god, it's terrifying to look at. Oh god, it's like, oh, I'm getting jump scared. Like, I get that. Some people are into that. Some people are into that style of horror. Ah, here it is. It's just not my cup of tea. I much prefer something like this, where it's like trying to get under your skin and trying to mess with you. Personal mod, launch energy cost. Heck yeah. And then yeah, more shatter projectiles is what I want to keep for when I have that. We have that. Havana, AWE 48. Details. Bureau medical staff personally evacuated the injured embassy personnel when they arrived back in the country. While the victims report cognitive issues, dizziness, and fatigue, further testing by the Bureau medics found intense cell damage similar to that of radiation exposure. Agents and research staff remained to take soil samples from the surrounding area but found no traces of a blank beyond the health issues of the staff. The communications department disseminated a story of foreign powers using blank blank on the embassy staff, resulting in various health issues that require the embassy to be evacuated. The story successfully took hold, gaining brief international attention. Yeah, like this game's very much about like the unknown, the unseen, things that don't quite always make sense, the worlds beyond ours. And it does it in a lovely, spooky scenario. More Clarence level
Must open
1.
the door.
Another fast travel. Max occupancy 6 persons. Should you be concerned? I don't know. Should you be concerned? So that's clearly the way in there. However... Oh, shit. Ah, Jesus. System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the identities of these users. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under the surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Oh, wait, isn't there like a puzzle or something in here? I feel like there is. Damage boost. Even better. Just raw 20% damage boost. Sheesh. Alright, well, anyways. Pay attention, Alberta. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal, nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, B, a clearance individual gives the system all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. No, it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure all our staff understands how it works, okay? Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Stay down. Appliances coming to life would be quite terrifying. You're not wrong. Oh, hi. You look fun.
They can fly now. Great.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm so hurt. And he runs away. Bye.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Don't mind me just checking for more lore. Always got to be on the lookout for more lore.
Alberto.
ID. Oh, it's elevated. Nice.
Tomasi, head of comms.
It's got the head of comms ID.
The Hiss got him.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities.
Relevant authorities.
Mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy.
Ah, this is the follow-up to the other thing.
By sonic weaponry in the hands of
And that's the fill in the blank.
Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear.
That's the blank filled in for you. The story was that it was sonic weaponry.
The event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Yes, they were still recording it.
Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the
Butte, AWE-17 event summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to the home, the center of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of local celebrity located at blank blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, blank, days later. Found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte's home closet disappeared during this incident. That can't possibly be important.
sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear.
That can't possibly be important and come up later.
Full recovery.
The hotline can't be far now.
More energy or less energy lost launch cost? I think it's the less cost is better. Those right there are the type of jump scares that I absolutely adore, by the way. You might be like, but Felt, you said you don't like those. There's a difference. Hang on, I'll explain. Those types of things where it's like, it's not really a jump scare. It's just really sudden. And the game has like put you on edge the whole way through. So something as mundane as like the title of the room you're walking into popping up on screen makes you jump a little in your seat. I like it. It's a weird type of jump scare. Well, it's like, it's not even really a jump scare. It's just words. It's telling you where you are. AWE number 17. According to the testimony, the agents have been transported from Butte to a home roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino. We already read about that. Other people were looking for it, remember? And discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, the identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in blank and blank sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, although how exactly this link operates is blank, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a blank blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. Security check-in. Also, Director Trench, Custodian, Custodian. That man we met before, Ahti? He called himself the janitor. Just kind of want to, like, say that out loud to make sure y'all understand. He's the janitor. Oh, hey, wow, look at that. That's a light switch cord. Dream Logic, Ocean View Hotel and Casino, light switch cord. The door marked with the black pyramid. I'm sure it'll be fine if we pull the light switch, right, chat? The law of three applies.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road.
Inverted pyramid.
On the run, under the radar.
I'm just gonna, like, go on record as saying it. This is, like, the most unsettling part of the whole fucking game. They've reused this a couple of times, and it's just really creepy and gets under your skin, and it's unsettling and weird. This is the door we need to go in. Shocking no one, it's locked.
Something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why did this door just open when we did that? Great question. Fun fact, the rule of three applies. That's the janitor closet. I hate this. I hate this place. I hate it. 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 I hate this place. Hi, I would like out. I would like out. I would like out. I would like out. Thank you. Hey, look at that. It's me. The rule of three applies. Ugh. God, it just gets under my skin. You know what I mean? Also, yes, we're now just on the other side of that glass wall. And we pick up the phone. The hotline Seashell is a transmitter/bridge. The director can call the board/long distance. Nice pyramid. Complete the astral plane challenge. Sure. It's fine. It's great. Not creepy at all. Hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. That's great. In case you haven't guessed yet, you can't kill that thing. Good luck! We gotta go pick up the phone. Got it. Well done / dialed, Director. You can contact us past selves in the hotline collectibles menu. We expect compulsive weekly calls. Want to point out the collectibles menu. Yes. Yes, the in-game entity of the board referenced the collectibles menu. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees.
Yeah, the TVs exist.
I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
My nose is bleeding.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams.
No one would hear our screams.
If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire.
Neat.
They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Cool. Is this one we already watched, the management team?
A director needs a team.
Well, listen to him.
You are the director now. We expect independence dependence. You are the authority chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. The Bureau game needs you.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many
I also want to point out a lot of his things of dialogue that we've been like half catching, we are now full catching with this.
Guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
He feels more like an
Yeah, okay, we watched that. The Coming Storm, I don't think we watched, did we? But I want to read. Yeah, Hotline we now have. Case files unread. Hotline, here we go. Object to power 3-UE. Object to be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purposes. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blank. See Dr. Delding presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. The battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown.
Info. I need to get back to Emily.
Fun fact. The light switch is now gone.
When I tell them about you.
Light switch is now gone.
Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Also, this wasn't here before. Just straight up, that door was not there. And now we're suddenly back in the director's office. But the body is gone, but the bloodstain remains. However, there's a new file on the desk. Oh boy. Federal Bureau of Control. To all executive staff and others, some concern regarding our operations budget exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. The IRS will skip over us as if we weren't even there. Nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. You know, Zachariah Trench, that guy who's dead. Somehow, he put out a new memo. Isn't that great? Dear Mrs. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was actively killed in the active line of duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you he died in the service of his country. Be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against our enemies who are remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice will protect the country loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Notice how they didn't use any of those terms that we found earlier. That's normal, right? All these sticky notes, that's like normal. Totally normal. Just like Pringles. Once you pop the top, you just can't stop. Technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow the devices the receiver emit any blank signals. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house. Oh goodness, sorry, I need to clean off my glasses, and I can't read without my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. And even those are often unreliable. If the power collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain piece of technology are too new in the cultural dogma for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for the altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to file 4-19-1935 for the full report. Listen, I know you can control building shows, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. Worked my ass off in Islamabad station for 3 years. I earned the right to a nicer workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. The old Scooby-Doo show when you said that? Yeah. Yeah. Fair. Okay, we don't have access to powering up yet, do we? So we have to go and talk.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Summary. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past week is not affected by this corruption. The only known exception is the fact that the new Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she's already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss, I've dismissed this theory. Final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She's able to cleanse material and organisms of Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to have killed the host. Perhaps the host's physiology became reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to file blank for the full report.
Emily? Let's talk. I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well.
Thanks.
All that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Totally normal. Artie! My friend! Department of Maintenance, huh? Commend Ati. If only I could. Adi's the homie. NSC-02, huh? How interesting. What countermeasures? We are at war/hostile takeover. This is the opposing force/foreign power. We will provide countermeasures strategy. Accept ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. We'll give you resources/rewards. For each completed countermeasure, hi.
Hi, Jesse.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure.
Little bit of
You
listening.
said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
Yeah, you know what? Fair.
Emily. Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Hope has asked us to document the hiss incantation.
Hey, here we go. Alright, astral constructs. Weapon forms. We can construct shatter. Nice. We barely have enough to make it. Awesome. And then we can make mods eventually, but it's not really that big of a deal.
You mean like
Abilities! This is what matters. Sheesh! Look at all that. So we can get launch damage, as well as launch grenades and rockets back at the enemies. Which is wild. These do get more expensive as you go. See? 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. That's 8. And it's like 1, 2, 2, 2. Health is good, energy is good. Melee damage, I don't really care about. Personally, I want lots of upgrades. I have 3 more points. Oh, we can just do more energy in total, and then just do that, and just leave it. We now have an additional weapon form slot. Neat.
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
And see, now we have Shatter down here, which we can give more projectiles. Coming from the elevator.
Meet me in the maintenance.
Meet me in the maintenance. Good talk, Adi.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
I'm not gonna lie, I am spoiling the game a little bit with being so hyped about Ati, because he is a fairly, like, enigmatic and creepy character through a lot of the game, but, like, because I know what happens with him throughout the game, I love him. He is the bestest boy, and if anyone tries to hurt him, I will end their miserable existence.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ati here, He can help me reach the override.
Now we have a shotgun,
Maybe
by the way.
it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
The domain's words have power. Man, now we have pistol and shotgun. We don't have level 2 security clearance yet, so... Should probably go find the janitor's office, huh?
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Good question. Might miss plot, you will miss plot. This game is plot central. There is always something happening. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Rangers from security department. See, now we can upgrade the grip to have a second mod slot, increase the base weapon damage, and we can construct spin. We want to work towards upgrading the grip, because I just kind of want to use the grip, because it's a really good weapon, in my opinion. I think I underutilized it in my last playthrough. Or in my first playthrough. I'm always weird thinking about like how my playthroughs of this game have gone, because I played through it once and then I don't know if I started I don't think I started fresh. I don't think I started fresh when the DLC came out. I think I just picked it up where I left off. So like my memory is kind of fuzzy, because I don't think I've ever truly restarted the game. I think I always picked up where I left off. What am I fighting? That fuckhead, there we go. I don't remember how to fix those rooms. I know that's a thing you can do eventually. I'm also trying to be very good about finding all the collectibles, because I know on my first playthrough I missed a ton of collectibles. So this game has hundreds, and that's not an exaggeration. So I'm trying to be better about making sure I find everything. Do I actually care if I miss some of them? No. But I want to find as many as I can find, like, naturally. Just because they're really cool and interesting. Ritual Impulse. Those are very important upgrades. Those are used for upgrading weapons. Janitor's office, huh?
What's down that way?
Ooh. A merry chase. We'll do that after I take my break in a bit here. I don't know if you heard that, but I jumped. Cleanse the merry-go-round object of power.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Good question, Jesse. Q to evade. To Avash Dade, use it, prove it, escape yourself. I'm also pretty sure that just said choo-choo. That does use energy, by the way, which is why I like... Which is why I always try and focus getting energy early on for my upgrades. Ow! Doesn't this game tie into Alan Wake? This game is literally in the same universe as Alan Wake. Cold enemies are immune. Use Q to evade their attacks, okay. Success, end of level achievement director. You have been you and the horse are now bound best friends for life.
Let's see the hiss keep up with me now.
Achievement, Mary Chase. We got... Okay, that doesn't matter. We got a case file on it though. The merry-go-round horse. Object can be kept in a confined space when unbound. Fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. They can be quite dangerous when blank its path. The object is currently bound by blank. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local blank reported that the rides would move on their own and they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, See America Overnight episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local blank were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent Blank by blank. Agents invoked Formula C.5 to blank the object long enough to blank. Yeah, no, this game is literally in the exact is in the same universe as Alan Wake. Alan Wake's everything was an AWE, an altered world event. Caused by the object of power, his writing stuff. Okay, chat, I apologize in advance for this. But we're going to go investigate that TV here in a minute. I'm going to stand up and stretch and take a break, though. Seeing the spiral. The spiral is friendly. Pay no attention to the spiral. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick BRB chat, and when we come back, we can all be creeped out together. You don't want to miss this, trust me.